Hello every sluggy, and welcome to another fun day of Final Fantasy XIV shenanigans. I am your funny sea slug, who is also a cyborg, Mino Miyushi, and thank you Gona for coming by to the stream. Today, I was going to do Manderville Hildebrand stuff, and then I actually looked at the patch notes again. That's not until patch 6.15. Fortunately, we still have Easter, and apparently the role quests have updated. And since I've done every single role quest, I can actually make use of that without spending 1,000 years trying to do all of those again. So we'll see how it works out. We will see how it works out. Also, forget about it. Let's just be warrior again. That's what the people need, right? It's comfy. It's nice for PvP. There's so many benefits to it. However, since I am doing this, I need to go to Gridania again. And everyone loves Gridania, right? You know, just, oh boy, the trees. What a great time we will have with the tree elementals who do nothing for the world. They're just kind of assholes who get very grumpy about things. And then I was like, gotta listen to those trees. They'll make you grow horns, dude. I'm still baffled. After 10 years, Gridania is still by far the worst city-state, but what can you do? And then they keep holding all the events here, which is even weirder. Honestly, it's way busier than I expected. Like, look at that. Here they are, just dancing, having a good old time. Which you'd usually expect in Limsa, but, you know, it happens. Like this guy over here just rocking out. I can't quite tell if he's even playing anything. Okay, there's an actual tune there. But yes, the tree fascism is pretty weird, not gonna lie. But we didn't come here for sick guitar tunes that may or not be completely out of tune and just mashing buttons. We came here for an Easter event, damn it. If I can remember, I think it's Manketo's, isn't it? Yeah, it is. It almost always is for these events. Still not sure why they always hold them in Gridania, not, I don't know, Limsa, the superior city-state, but let's not worry about that right now. It's okay. We are all Eastered the fuck up. Wait, do I have a bunny suit for this? Did I ever get the bunny suit for the MGP, or did I just not bother spending all of it? Because it is pretty expensive. Glamour plates, what do we got here? Nope. I'm pretty sure these are all class-based ones. There's Dark Knight, Scholar, PP, Ridiculous Machinist one, which is way more relevant now that I played Endwalker. Ha! Dancer. This was... oh right, this was Sage. The cute little wedding dress. Cat Malewidge, ooh woo. Ninja, Summer, pretending to be best cat girl, Nashu. I honestly forget. I think this might just be the base... yeah, this is the base Sage gear. I'm not sure why I even bothered on that one, to be honest. And of course, good old Majima gear. For shits and giggles. That's what I call it anyways. After that, yeah, those are all empty, aren't they? Except for the one I did for the 6.1 patch. Okay. So yeah, no Easter, sadly. I don't have a bunny suit. Yet. I'll think about it. What is she wearing on her head? Is that... it's supposed to be an egg. Okay, that makes sense. That is a fashion statement and a half. Hatching bunny minion. How cute. A happy hatching time to you, friend. Are you the exquisite... oh, wait, are the exquisite decorations you see about you to your liking? Wait, I know that face if it isn't Kuro. What a pleasure to meet you. As it happens, I was visited by a most curious dream again this year. And that brave adventurers, not unlike yourself, were going about town, handing out decorative eggs in the company of, chickens and odd-looking rabbits. Truth be told, I have struggled to grasp its true meaning. Still, if the past is any guide, the best way to get to the bottom of this is for us to recreate the image from my dream and see what good fortune it may bring. Yes, indeed. An egg in your trying times. I'm having to just go to the Gold Saucer and just buy the bunny suit for shits and giggles. To that end, I've invited Master Pollen, Limsa Lominsa's preeminent chicken farmer, and his flock here to Gridania, and furthermore placed an order for a full fluffle of rabbit-esque mammoths resembling the ones from my dream. We have, however, hit a bit of a snag. It would appear the hens have not yet gotten acclimated to their new environment. They've been raising quite the ruckus, making it nigh impossible to retrieve the eggs they've laid. Might you be willing to lend a hand? That sounds exciting! Oh my god, these fucking puns. I can't actually see my own character's face because the stupid cutscene. Ah! That was a terrible point of view. But that's okay. I'll roll with it. Now that's a woman after my own heart. You'll be compensated handsomely and spectacular. God damn it, it's actually killing me. I am taking actual damage here. That one perhaps needs some work. Yeah, you think? In any case, Master Pollen's chickens are being cooped at the Great Loam Growery. Might I ask you to travel there and give them a look? My friend Nonoda works there as well, so I would be most grateful if you could also ensure that she's not overly harried. See, harried? That's a good pun. That's a pun that doesn't make me take actual damage. Okay, that is way the hell over there. And also very easy to teleport to, so... For the sake of curiosity, how much MGP is that bunny suit? I need to check. I need to know now. I have a burning desire to see how much it is. And if I remember right, it should be... We'll die. Yep. Just take a little gambling trip. Don't worry about it. It's not like I'm ever going to actually commit to any of those mounts anyways, because I can't actually choose between any of them. They made them so bloody expensive, they're at least $1 million apiece. Okay, we want to go to... I think just Wonder Square entrance. I don't know. I haven't been to the Gold Saucer in probably a year, being completely honest here. What do we got prize-wise? We got the usual junk, which, why would I bother? We got... demon stuff, Claws of the Beast, all that kind of stuff. If for some reason you want to be a pig, you can be a pig. Which is way more expensive than being a pig should be, let's be honest here. Oh, there we go, Bunny. Benoy. That is cheaper than I thought it would be. Actually, way cheaper than I thought it would be. That's very tempting. Like, even for the Bunny Chief, which is arguably... Is it even better? Let's see, we got white... Yeah, no, the Bunny Chief is way better. And there's a new mount, the pod from near, you say. How expensive is it? Okay, these are all furnishings. Oh right, the ones that you can put inside your house and do the little games in. Orchestra. Okay, it's probably Price Exchange 3 then. Yeah, that generally has all the mint pods. Really? That's only 300,000, you say? That is tempting. Adamantoise, Pod 602, Archon, that's the floating chair. Oh, Typhon, Fenrir, yeah. Sabotinder I cannot get because I only have 1 million MGP as it is. I need to work on those fashion reports a bit more, perhaps. And then there's the Angel Wings, but why would you ever get those? You can't even use them in combat. It's so sad. But yeah, I'm thinking... For sure. The Pod 602 is pretty goddamn memeable. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get one of these. Buy the bunny suit for shits and giggles, because, I mean, I have more glamour slots. Why the fuck wouldn't I at this point? Bunny Chief, because, let's be honest, black looks better anyways. It's gonna cost me, God, I don't know, 200, 300,000, but that's fine. That's okay. I somehow never got these in the first place, though, which is weird. There we go. Although I've realized the problem here. I need to be able to get to an end to actually properly make that into a plate. Yeah, I got the Diablo swings. I think they're right here. If I remember how the hell to act. There we go. Fashion. Yeah, I have them. Ow, the edge. Oh no. I'm evil. Just pull my fucking devil I can't do it in here. Can't execute it this time. Shit. That's okay. I got what I came for. That's what matters, right? Okay. I think I can change... God, I don't remember where the inn is in Gridania. I'll find it eventually. But yeah, that you can't use the fashion accessories in combat is a little sad. But it's still not too bad. Okay, the inn is... I think at the Roost, if I remember right. So I'm just gonna go a little stroll down here. Become Benoy. Cat Benoy. I could just be a bunny girl. I was a bunny girl for about 4 months. And that's like, oh right, the cutscenes look weird without this adorable face on them. This character is too cemented after 5 years to honestly get Fantasias anymore. Sad to say. Give me the Benoy, please. Like, I really do like the look of the bunny girls. It's very hot. They're very tall, they're very steppy, you can go step on people as a bunny girl. However, it's not the same. The name, the face, it's iconic at this point for me. It'd be like getting plastic surgery on yourself. I'm sorry, but no thank you. I'm not Nicolas Cage. I don't want my face. Ah. Yeah, Glamour Dresser. Wait. Out of curiosity, is there anything I can actually store in here? Probably not. It's pretty limited. Yeah, not a whole damn anything. And yes, Mikodes do have much better emotes, and also don't have the whole hat issue. It's like, you can't wear any hats as a bunny girl. Get bent. It's very stupid. Weapon selection. Benoy. Hell yeah, Benoy. All the Benoy. It still baffles me I never actually did this. I never bothered to spend the MGP on it. Oh yeah, this is that crappy mask. What does it actually look like? No, not the underwear. What do you mean that looks lame? You look like some kind of Pegasus motherfucker. You can totally roleplay as some evil twit fuck. Like, look at this. That's magical. I love that. It's like, yes, sips tea evilly. It's the most conceited Wait, I know what I'm thinking of. It's Father Balder from Bayonetta. Yeah! That's what yeah! That's good shit. Sure, it's kind of not actually cool, but it's cool in its own little way. The other one from the Beast Tribes, though. I have a lot of work to do on Beast Tribes, not gonna lie. Yeah, I'm gonna put this in the Glamour Dresser, because if I want to, the option's there. Even if I am slowly running out of space on that. Wait, did I get the bunny jacket by chance? I think I actually skipped over that. There we go. And then for the legs and the feetsies. Where are we looking? Chief tights. Oh baby. And of course the cute little shoes. Nope, go back. Going into the Beast Tribe one. Okay. Edit that plate. We will make this number 19, why not? If push comes to shove, I can rearrange them eventually. You... Benoy. Just full Benoy, baby. That's the good shit. Okay. Where's the tights? Oh, there's the tights. Perfect. Honestly, it's not as good as I thought it would look, but it's not bad. So I was kind of expecting more of a classic bunny suit, but it just kind of has that weird midriff thing going on. And I'll be honest, I'm a big fan of tummy, it's a bit odd where it cuts off is all I'm saying. Either do it full one piece or just cut off entirely. I don't know what you want with that. Like, it even covers the belly button. Why would you... Oh, Death Sable Mask. Thank you, Gono. Okay, that is... Okay, that's also pretty good. It's way more evil. It's not Father Balder by any stretch of the imagination, but it has its own charm. I think they have different purposes, though. Like, this is good. This is definitely good. Do not get me wrong. I can see a lot of uses for it. But it lacks the whole snobby sophistication that the other one has. Again, Father Balder in particular is what comes to mind. That smug asshole. He is so fucking smug, I can't even believe him. But yeah, we Benoi now. And there's a crown on top too, how cute. I look ridiculous. Also, sadly, Mikodes have no ass, normally. Like, I guess there's more than nothing there, but it's pretty small. You get that from reading all the AR. Fuck that! Let's see, what's my Beast Tribe's AR at? I don't think they're that high. Wait, how do I actually see... I could have sworn it was currency. Achievements, Gold Saucer, PvP... Question mark. Tribal. No, that's just the actual currency itself. It's been a while, I forgot. Nobody will notice the lack of tail. There's a tail there, there's just a tail on top of a tail. Character reputation. Oh, right. Yeah, no, this is 1, 1, 1, 1, 3. That's not very good. That's not very good at all. It would take literally forever. Also, I kind of got all of the mounts, which is the only thing I really cared about, from the Moogle tomes. So there's extra less point to be doing it. Like, even in Heavensward I'm much better, but they also give you rep gain a hell of a lot faster, in general. Stormblood I got pretty close for the two I did have. I didn't really touch Shadowbringer's Beast Tribes much either. Again, at least those are manageable, unlike A Realm Reborn's, because oh my god, that was just suffering. It is no good. Missing the allied emotes, though. But do I need them? Do I really need those emotes? Great. God. Why don't you just have teleport on a fastbar? Why would I do that? There's so many freaking slots I need on Warrior, it's not even funny. Which is weird, that Warrior is one of my busiest classes button-wise. They gave so many little doodads here and there, like, here you go, you have your basic stuff, and then you have a bunch of situational stuff, and there's so much of it. You're showing me at the Amphitheater? Okay. Wait, why are we going to the... Ah, it's no big deal. Annoy. Wait, how the... Or did you actually go into the Amphitheater proper? Or maybe you're still loading. I'm not even sure anymore. So I do have an SSD, which does make loading a hell of a lot faster. Okay, that is a pretty cute dance, I will admit. Oh, that's the Heavensward one? Okay, that one I can actually get. That one I'm less worried about. I can definitely do that one. Unlike A Realm Reborn, which is just misery. And I think that's from... God, Washoy. Yeah, the fishy boys. The little catfish. Which admittedly by itself is a pretty good reason to do a Beast Tribe quest. They are one of the best Beast Tribes by a mile. Unlike, you know, the usual stuff. Or the Moogles got... I mean, the Moogles aren't bad. Except for the Moogle King. We don't talk about the Moogle King. And that's Shadowbringers, I'm guessing? Okay, that's good fucking poke. That, yeah. Okay, I think the point might have been made. Fair enough. Those are all excellent. Oh, it's for capping the door specifically. Huh. Yeah, again, dwarves are probably the best beast tribe of Shadowbringers as well, because you got... Wait, what even would be best at Heavensward? I'm trying to think. Just what, out of what I've done already. Honestly, sadly, it is kind of the Moogles, because you otherwise just have bugs or you have bird dudes. Stormblood, I have not unlocked our Washoi friends, but again, obviously the best at a glance. The Shadowbringers would definitely be the dwarves. Which I find it funny that they're like, hey, these Lalafels in this other universe, they're just monsters, technically. And can you blame them? Are Lalafels not just monsters? But yes, very cute dances. If I get the time and actually can figure it out and actually bother to do it, it might take a while, but it's definitely worth getting those dances. Those are all very nice. Okay, I feel like... Yeah, Moogle dances from the Mogs, which is unsurprising. I think I actually have that one. Or I have something similar to it. I think that's supposed to be from the Snex, yeah. But I could have sworn I had something that was almost like that. But, where are we looking at here? Battle stance, embrace, cheer, hug. Upload, kiss, or dote. I could have sworn I had something similar. But I could be wrong. Favorites. Special, yeah, it'd be special. All the dances, Manderville, gentlemanly. Ranger poses, charmed. Yeah, I have charmed. Yeah, I don't remember doing the snakes either. Like, I did them a little bit. But I definitely have charmed already. That's from Turtle. Yeah, I could see the Kojin having that. But yeah, for whatever reason, I already have charmed. I cannot remember why. And, of course, good old Play Dead. It might be an early reward, yeah. Lunk. Oh no, just a dead bunny cat girl in the streets. Whatever will we do? Okay, thinking on it... Okay, I should probably hop over to the Botanist Guild so I can actually do the Easter event at some point. Unless there are more dances, which would not surprise me. If each tribe has their own dance, then yeah, that would be quite a few of them. But yeah, I'll definitely go back and actually try to do those. Unlike A Realm Reborn, where I cannot be bothered to. I don't think I'll ever be able to just do that. Because it takes so long to rep grind A Realm Reborn ones, and you have to get them to 6 from 1, and it just... It's like trying to do Eureka all over again, and I can't. Those are all the dances. I see. Thank you for showing them, Gono. You have been a great help. I will keep those in mind in the future. Now, Botanist Guild, right? Yeah. So at bare minimum, I want to do the Easter event today and get the Roll Quest one today. I have all of those unlocked. Hmm? Oh. Remember you. Pray forgive me, I'm feeling terribly exhausted at the moment. Oh my god, these are so bad. I'm about to just stomp on your face, you stupid little baby. Julie sent you to help? Well, that is most appreciated. In that case, allow me to explain. Honestly, they're so small they might as well be, and you can punt them like a football. While it's true that we've been having trouble rounding up all the eggs, we also face a more pressing concern. The growery has been invaded by bizarre, fluffy creatures. What's more, they're not content just to run around and make mischief. Why, they're tormenting the chickens and trying to steal the eggs for themselves. Needless to say, that has only driven the chickens into even more of a tizzy. It's been a veritable battlefield. Master Pollen is doing all he can to keep the creatures contained, but even he seems just about at wit's end. Wadi. Oh. Well then. Master Paulin, has our last line of defense been breached? Oh, the poor man. Wait, what the fuck? Is that a rabbit butterfly? Rabbit moth? I don't freaking know. Cluck, cluck, cluck. Wait, feral chickens. Is that a Pokemon? Like, come on. It's basically just a Pokemon. Squeak, squeak. Egads, that's one of them. Our fearsome invaders from God's nowhere. Good heavens, they both look as if they're out for blood. Whatever are we to do? I'll try to calm them down. I will just gyrate at them sexily. That's what the bunny suit's for, right? It's Easter magic! Such bravery. Not that I expected any less from you. In that case, good luck out there. And remember, close observation of both parties is the key to a successful mediation. This... I need to screenshot this. This is just the stupidest thing I've seen in a while. There we go. Drawing upon your extensive experience in confronting myriad savage beasts, you gaze upon the two bloodthirsty creatures intently, taking in their every move and facial expression. What facial expression? Like, the chicken's obviously pretty pissed, but the weird rabbit thing doesn't have a face, really. The chicken and the bunny stand at odds, neither willing to give an ilm in their grudge match, or so you assess the situation. It's like a tonberry and a rabbit fucked or something. Just saying. How fascinating. The chicken is understandably on its guard, fearing that the rabbit is targeting its eggs. But it could be that the bunny, too, harbors some resentment of its own? Yeah, looking at the head shape, it definitely reminds me of a tonberry for some reason. Now that I think about it, this creature bears a most uncanny resemblance to the rabbit Jilly described from her dream. I did some research of my own before you arrived. According to the tomes, it is so rare a creature that many consider it simply a myth. Have you by any chance encountered anything similar during your travels? I thought the Isle of Val was destroyed, though. Unless... Wait, didn't we go to the ruins at some point for a dungeon? God, it's been a while. I'm just gonna say it with confidence. And also in Eureka. Right! That place I despise. Like, even Bozja is at least tolerable. The Isle of Val is Eureka. Oh! Naruhado. I may be stupid. And also didn't actually finish Eureka. I finished Pagos of all things and then stopped. Yes, precisely. That is exactly where my resources say they were once spotted. As you are doubtless already aware, these most unique creatures are known up north as happy bunnies. Something about their long ears, fluffy tails, and hippity-hoppity manner brings a smile to one's face. Why, legend has it that simply encountering one is a sure sign that good fortune is headed your way. While they are not precisely the same creature, perhaps our most unique guest will also have a similarly auspicious effect on us. You got to Hydratos this year and got... Wait, I thought you actually did finish Eureka. You, of all people, did not finish Eureka. I thought you were, like, super big on Eureka and Bozja. You there, Mr. Bunny, if you are truly as happy at heart as your compatriots of legend, might you not make peace with these fine chickens and cooperate with us to make this year's festivities an extravaganza of merriment and good cheer? That sounded very angy. You're big on Bozja, but not Eureka. I see, I see. Who the hell kept trying to get me to do Eureka so much, then? It wasn't you. It couldn't have been Shin, was it? God, it's been so many years. That was Stormblood. Stormblood was like an entire lifetime ago, okay? And off it goes. Ah, it was Shin. That makes sense. Oh. But this won't do. Our harbinger of happiness is fleeing from our very grasp. Our last chicken is running off with it. Something must be done. If Jilly's dreams are to be trusted, and I've never known them to be anything but, those bunnies and their unique power are the key to making this year's Hatching Tide festivities a rousing success. Why would Shin hate Boja? Boja's at least tolerable. Progress is actively made. You can also do the funny dungeon, except nobody actually does it, which is sad, because that dungeon was honestly pretty fun. Not the first one. Did we ever do the Dollar Yada or whatever the hell it's called? I don't think I ever got high enough to do that, to be honest. I beg of you, friend, follow those creatures. They may lead you to their fellow escapees. I'll do the same just as soon as I see to Master Pollen's wounds. I mean, the maps admittedly are kind of plain, but at least getting from point A to point B is super fucking easy. Unlike Eureka, which is just Eureka, where you grind forever, and also everything will one-shot you with no mercy. Oh my god, it was... ugh. I wasn't able... And also sneaking past those goddamn dragons and Pagos was the stupidest thing ever. It was... all of those are bad memories. Whew. I wasn't able to make out where they were headed, but no doubt there was an eyewitness or two nearby. Pray gather what information you can, and round up the little critters as best as you're able. We can rendezvous back in town with Jilly. Because I will at least admit that Eureka, from what I've seen, has much better rewards, like, one, the Sea Slug mount I use is from Eureka. I don't remember Boja having anything nearly as cool as that. Also, Eureka did have Absolute Virtue, which is an interesting little time capsule that they put in. Pagos' dog shit, and Pyros was just a horrible weapon grind. Eek. Yeah, I still have yet to actually grind an entire weapon out. Like, I've started on some of them and just never finished. Eureka had good parts and Boja improved in the bad parts and dropped the ball in the parts that were good. I can see that. Like, if anything, the only issue I have with Boja is that things almost died too fast. Like, you'd be running to an encounter, and the encounter was dead before you could even reach it. It's like, well, that sucks. Guess I'll just run to the next one. Oh wait, that one's dead. Like, you have to be with the group at all times. Any pause and you're completely thrown off. Well, that was a sight if I've ever seen one. Bizarre-looking bunnies and chickens racing by me as if possessed. You're hoping that Eureka 3 will be the best of both? We'll see. I mean, at least they're both better than what I've heard of Diadem. Everything I heard about Diadem sounded like the biggest shit show ever. It's just, I got in at the end of Heavensward, so I never actually did Diadem. I think I entered it once, and immediately left because obviously nobody was doing it. They were headed over that way, toward New Gridania. I can only hope they didn't cause too much of a stir in town. Oh, they went to the other side of the map. Shame on them. Oh, they are all over the damn place. I'm just gonna teleport over. And you have to give Boja some credit. If it weren't for Boja, we'd have another stupid deep dungeon instead. And nobody actually wants that, right? Right? Because I was not a big fan of the deep dungeons. They were just actually just sleep-worthy. Unless you try to challenge the 200th floor or whatever. For just basic leveling grinding, oh my god, it's the most dull. It was the fastest for a lot of it, but it's just so incredibly... ugh. Chickens and rabbits, they were headed for the Aetheryte Plaza. Go after them if you like. The adders don't pay nearly enough for me to get mixed up in all this. Someone who made it static for reaching the 200th floor of Palace of the Dead Deep Dungeons can't be fun. Well, yeah, if you're actually trying to challenge the 200th floor. I imagine actually getting there did have a lot of interesting mechanics, besides the obvious traps, which were kind of bullshit, but whatever. The main thing being is, at least as a leveling device, ugh. I did it anyways, because it was definitely faster than doing dungeons, especially on DPS when the queue times are ridiculous, but still. I fell asleep on multiple evenings doing that back in the day. Chickens and rabbits. Oh, I saw a whole army of them running after the Carline canopy. And even despite Boja's quirks, I will admit just having a person one-on-one a boss and just get completely ass-blasted is pretty funny every time. And then sometimes they actually get really close to beating it, and then they get ass-blasted anyway by some stupid mechanic, and it's still funny every time to just watch them eat shit. I don't think I've ever actually seen somebody pull it off, which is weird. I know it's doable if you have enough of those little special skills that they give you that... The engrams? No. I forget what they're actually called. But it was interesting. They made them part of the Endwalker MSQ. I know, right? Huff huff. How do I get around so fast on those tiny legs? I'm not cut out for this. I don't remember you winning a duel. I think somebody got close, but I don't remember anybody actually winning. Your bunny suit is bad and you should feel bad. It's like that Bill and Ted bunny suit. It's just kind of mildly horrifying. It's just straight up a fursuit. No thank you. I mean, it's better than a fursuit because at least it looks like a stuffed rabbit and not some kind of dead-eyed rainbow thing, but still. What's that? They're where now? Good gods! Understood. I'll enlist the services of an able adventurer right away. Matrons, teats, don't sneak up on me like, wait a moment, are you perchance an adventurer? A notice sent you in search of the bunnies, you say. How fortuitous. That link pearl call just now is from her, and she's tasked me with doing the very same. Just between you and me, however, I have yet to catch a single one. As I was running after them, their friends started showing up one after the next, and, before I knew it, a veritable legion of them had hippity-hopped their way into the Twelveswood. I fear there's too many of them for the two of us to handle alone. I'll go and call for reinforcements. Could I trouble you to go ahead to the mere planks? According to Nonoda, that's where they were last sighted. In the meantime, I'll do my best to rally the others to our cause. Now go quickly, friend. The fate of this year's hatching tide hangs in the balance. It's all for eating the eggs, baby. Oh, it's a fate. Boo. It's gotta be a fate. Everyone loves fates, right, they said, as no one has ever actually liked fates in the history of ever, except for arguably, ironically, Eureka and Boja, because they were the fastest way to do it. But that's besides the point. It's besides the point. Also, I can at least take advantage of this new mount. I just have to add it to my favorites. Wait, I never actually used it. I may be stupid. There we go. I can now summon the pod 602 mount. Hell yeah. And now I can just kind of casually... Boop. Recovered from the ruins of the machine lifeforms, this diminutive white machina was created to provide Yorha units with movement support. On account of this, it can easily transport one person, if not exactly in style or comfort. If I need to justify the sub, you can help me with Zadnor one of these days. I'll think about it. Okay, that's pretty good. Imagine one of these actually being able to fly and not just slowly float down from a place. I like it. It's very goofy. I'm a fan. This looks so ridiculous. Okay, anyways... That fate is over here. Just a bunny girl falling through the sky, but was actually a cat girl all along. Truly a mystery. Like, what would you do if you saw a half-naked cat girl in a bunny suit just descending from the sky on a robot? That'd be freaky. Wait, do I even have... How do I... Oh, I have to catch them in a net. How the hell do you actually do that? Ah! You stupid rabbit. Go. I got nothing! Please tell me this respawns relatively fast. Because boy did I get jack and shit there. Oh yeah, I forgot how edgy my chocobo is at the moment. I got the Innocence armor. Wait, what's it actually wearing? Deep Shadow. Oh, right. I remember now. This Fate sucks ass. I know, right? They just keep insisting on making Fates for the events, and I cannot understand it. Just... This is how I feel about this. Actually, I can double up on it, can't I? There we go. Maximum edgelord, baby! It's like, come on. I've come to destroy all fates. Go to hell, fates. Hopefully, when they make Final Fantasy 17, if it's an MMO, they will have something better than fates for this kind of stuff. And they hopefully will not just double down on fates, because oh my god. Fortunately, for the most part, fates are a lot rarer for actual progress and stuff, but still, all the same. I feel like there's got to be a better way of doing this. Oh wow, it really is just going to take that long to spawn, isn't it? I'm kind of... Would going to another fate and beating that make this fate come up faster? I'm probably just thinking of things like Eureka and stuff, so I don't think that's actually the case, but you never know. Oh look, it's a little sprout who is a sage already? And also level 90? How the fuck does that work? Like, even with a level boost, I think you'd only get to, what, 80? Very mysterious. Oh, I can't do... I have to do them separately. That's weird. Change pose. Huh. Ah, yes. Fashion baby. There are a lot more poses than I was expecting with this. Like, is it just because I'm wearing the wings? I don't know, let me try an umbrella. Since we have time to kill. Oh, they each have individual... I see. That's pretty nifty, actually. That's more reason to be getting these. Even if this one is admittedly kind of more limited than the wings. There's just, what, 4 of them? No big deal. I'm tempted to just go and start doing the role quest at this point. This is taking us weirdly long time. Happy Easter, motherfuckers. You're here forever. Like, seriously, come on, please. Just... anything. Anything. The wings have the regular C pose anyways. I see. A hornet swarm. Is that a baby? No, that's the same sage as before. Oh right, the Namazu mask. Isn't that just a little hat? No, that's just straight up... I thought it was like the little... Wait, no, that was an event where you got the face mask that you just, like, wear. But no, that's a full-on fucking Namazu hat. That's so goofy. I love it. Although, to be fair, why the hell wouldn't you do the Namazu if you're doing Beast Tribe quests in the first place? They're the best one. Like, I love the dwarfs. They actually made Lalafels tolerable, but Namazu, though... And their mount is extra good. It's just a bunch of Namazu carrying you around. But I have to actually get around to that one of these days. Also, sweet Jesus Christ on a cracker. Is this actually going anywhere? If I fly around... You know what? If I start leaving, it'll just spawn. That's how this works, right? And the bell. I can be a proper cat girl. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Just ring the bell for the tasty, frisky treats. Okay, for one I thought it actually did spawn, but no, that's this other fate that no one's going to do because no one does these fates. Except for this person over here, who for some reason is? Because you level up so damn fast up until level 15, there is no point in even doing them. Just doing your hunting log and just stabbing a bitch. Oh, there we go. Wait, nope, wrong one. You gotta be shitting me. I feel like I got here at the worst possible time, or right as it ended, and now I'm just kind of stuck in purgatory. You got all the Atma weapons. Yeah, that was a disgusting fate and grind, I suppose. Tree slug. Inferior land slug. I mean, they are kind of cute, though. In their own way. I suppose. I've seen worse slugs. Got a little tail, even. Honestly, that reminds me more of a sea slug than a land slug. What the hell are you doing here, buddy? You're in the wrong neighborhood. This is a forest. The ocean is over in Limsa. Well, I hope you have all had an exciting... I probably could get a PvP match in. At the rate this is going, like, this is very sad. I just have a bad feeling as soon as I try to queue in, I'll be like, it spawned. Sucks to suck. But... Wait, wrong one. Casual. Casual. Fuck it. That at least queued faster than the goddamn fate. Why not? Mind you, knowing my luck, this will go into like triple overtime and I'll miss the fate once again. Yes. Alright, I probably should have timed that better, huh? The chicken sets... Wait, they did? They did? Son of a bitch! Also, there are 2 tanks on that team, so this might be a little interesting. You have to remember, I blind. I am incredibly blind. If I was a Pathfinder character, my perception score would definitely be 0. Easily. I have no ranks in that shit. The only perception score I'm good at is that I have a big bonus to seeing cute ladies, that's it. Blind and deaf. To be fair, I thought that might have been a minion or something. In my defense, there are definitely minions. Here we go. Do I remember how to PvP? Questionably. Why are we not actually going in on the offense here? Just delete this motherfucker. Wait. Joe, speaking of deleting, Jesus Christ, never mind. This is what I get for doing this after a week, I suppose. That other team is actually put together, and our team's just wandering in one at a time. Which, to an extent, included me. But I was expecting them to actually do more than nothing. Let's see, what are we looking at here? 2, 3, there's 3 people up. Ah, shit, that's a stun. That's a big stun. Fuck over here. Can we not kill one motherfucker? Woo! Barely got that off. Can you guys not take on a single warrior? Like, are you for real here? Are you fucking for real here, my dudes? Just kill their ass. They're not even remotely... God damn it. I need to get back on the point. Wait, oh, that was a limit break. Dancer, I'm assuming. Woo! Yeah, I'm fucking dead. I am so dead. Like, this is going poorly, to say the least. Which is weird, because we have... I'm not sure if Summoner's any good. I know that Samurai is definitely good. But why would you go Bard, Dancer, and Summoner? It just seems like weird classes to pick for PvP, in my opinion. Are we actually moving a little bit? Finally. They're too busy dicking around. Oh, watch the bomb. Miracles do happen. Fuck you. No. Wrong thing. Woo! I am stunned. I am big stun. Down. I am dead. Never mind. I have to remember that that is down there, not on the other one. That was very short-lived. Oh boy. Well, I like my limit break, whatever that's actually worth. If you guys actually engage at all, you fucking cowards. Jesus Christ. Push the point. I'm not asking for much. And they got counter limit break. No, don't you chain me, you son of a bitch. They're focusing me super hard, which I'm imagining is warriors are pretty good at stunning, so just focus those and just get them out of the way kind of deal. Or everyone else is just big cowards. I can't even tell at this point. There is no aggression on this team. Like, we don't have to just kill them. It helps if we just stay on the point at least, but still. Like, why are you just fucking off over here? Actually get on the point to do something useful, you sons of bitches. No, you don't, motherfucker. No, you don't, motherfucker. No, get back here. God damn, he ran off the point. We need to stay on the point. That's the point of the point. Get it? Point, 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 point. How many times can we say point until it actually becomes relevant, you fucks? Oh, my whole team's either dead or not here. Cool. What if I... Ooh, okay. Spam the fuck out of that. Stun at least somebody. I'm doing all I can. Is the entire team just dead, or what is even going on at this point? Like, I feel I'm just sitting on the point by myself trying to solo half their team. While they're just busy chasing, I guess? I don't even know anymore. Also, how is this even considered overtime? We're doing a shit job. Like, if we're super lucky, we might somehow pull it out of our ass, but I kind of doubt it. Just get his ass. Come on. There's one warrior. Nope. Nope. Ah! And I'm dead. And yes, my team was doing question mark, question mark, question mark indeed. Like, I guess they're technically on the map somewhere at some point. Okay, if I can somehow get back in time, which I kind of doubt. I have my limit break, but... And, yeah. Gone. Not that I did particularly well myself on the kills, but at least I was on the damn point. God forbid. And I was also alive longer than pretty much all of them, except ironically the samurai. Huh. No biggie. I'm not too worried about it. And I got player commendations. That's... Wait, you can get commendations in PvP now? Or you can get since more damage at max range. Also, we are back here again. Dame, Dane. Dame, yo. Nano, yo. Jesus Christ. I might just do this off stream, to be honest, because this is kind of garbage. Why do they keep doing this? Why do they ever think this is a good idea? They're gonna make a fate for it, make the fate spawn more than once every 10 to 15 minutes. I don't know, like, I'm not asking much, am I? The thing's been out for a week, and there's still this many people trying to do it and failing because it just doesn't spawn for a billion years. Hmm. Decisions. I might just periodically pop into the area while I'm doing the other stuff and see if it's spawning or not. Because this is ridiculous. This is completely bullshit. On that note, there is a bit of a loosened in Shadowbringers that I don't think I ever actually tied up. So if we're doing role quests, I might as well at least make sure I finished all of them. I just need to go to the inn, I think, right? Was the crystalline mean? No, it was the pendants, I think. Again, I'm trying to reach back at least a year or two. Wait, no, that's not it. The restaurant. Where's that bloody restaurant? Or I can just check my recommendations. One of these should be level 80. If it's what I'm thinking of. Safekeeping. That's gotta be it, right? Okay, so I was in the relatively correct area. Yep, there's Ciela. Hello, funny mommy. How fun to see you here again. Just an average waitress at this bar. If it isn't Kuro, loitering about the stairs just like any old day. Also, wow, is Shadowbringers just deserted at this point? Goodbye. Here I was worried you'd gone back to your world for good, and I was too late. Also, don't mind that I'm dressed in a skimpy bunny outfit. I'm always like this, obviously. It's just I've been thinking about the crystals belonging to the Warriors of Light. I hear they ended up with you after you lot defeated the Virtues. I assume you have Ardbert as well. I mean, yeah, we kind of share a soul/body now. How does that work exactly? It's a bit odd. Does Ardbert see me when I'm having funny cat-girl sex? Maybe. He's never gonna tell. Indeed, that does seem appropriate. His bond with Seto is deep and enduring. As for the others, I had hoped you might be persuaded to leave them in my care. It was only right that they, like Ardbert, should accompany you on your journey to set this world back on its proper course. Yet you now have a home you must return to, while the first is theirs. After all, they did keep it safe. They deserve to be here to see what its future holds. Oh, don't make that face. I know it's a big decision, but it needn't fall entirely to you. There are others here who care for the Warriors of Light as much as you do, aren't there? What a vague quest. Oh, that's what we're... I see. The people we actually did the role quest with in the first place. Hello, Gia. Isn't she just like the cutest little Lolliful dwarf? One of the few that are actually good. Also very drunk. And probably outdrink me. Now that's some damn fine ale. How many should I order for you? I know you ain't much of a drinker, so 6? 7? What? You want help deciding the fate of Lamit's crystal? And the others too. Does this place have any bigger tankards? Well, if you insist, Blue Reek owes me drinks, plural, so I'll make sure he joins us. Maybe find Granson while I'm at it. You go on and wait with Surig and Tainer. Order around while I'm out, you hear? Like, this is why the Lollifels are just better in the first. They're all super drunk all the time. There's so much more exciting and just like, haha, let's have fun instead of, money grubbing. Let's scheme. How are we going to kill some new political figure today? Yes. So they just sip poison tea. Oh, hey, it's Bitch Boy. What up? Giat seems excited. Should I be concerned? And I do not even remember Surig. Like, the range troll quest was basically nothing. Good to see you, Kuro. What do you say that has Giat so worked up? He's so generic, it should just be a random Final Fantasy mainline game rival. The crystals, eh? That does sound like a conversation worth getting everyone together for. Did Blue Reek really promise to pay for Giat's drinks? That's a disaster in the making. And yeah, Surig is the fuckboy who found a child in... Oh, right! I remember. And yeah, I never actually got around to doing this one. I did the one with Sail, obviously, and the whole Warriors of Darkness thing, which also was kind of important considering the fact that that actually comes up in, what? Eden 10, if I remember right? Was that fight? Or was it 9? It was either 9 or 10. Ready thread info that got dumped to you by a cat girl instead of children this time. Oh boy. Not just hers, rounds for the lots of us. Might be that the lad yet has a few things to learn about coin and the scarcity thereof. Still, I'll not turn down his generosity. Go and tell the barkeep we'll be needing food and ale for the table. Fine, but please try to exercise some restraint. I'll not carry you back to the room again. Wait, Tainer's that fucking strong? That's impressive in its own right. Like, how does that little baby carry anybody drunk to a room? Except maybe the Lollifel, obviously. And even then, they're pretty squat. Here we are. How much of a head start did you get? Should I ask him to bring out the cask? I reckon we should hear Kuro out first. The role quests and Shadowbringers weren't that bad. They were... Honestly, Endwalker was kind of a step down in a lot of it. With the exception of, I think, the Limsa one? So, you're telling me that the barmaid was one of Nilebert's companions, not to mention the Shadowkeeper, and from a different world? Which, ironically, we're trying to go to this expansion. God, fighting the Four Fiends is going to be so cool. That's laying it on a bit thick. Yeah, she's strong enough she could probably kill all of you with no effort, yes. It certainly raises questions. Quite, such as how she retains her useful visage. Well, one, she's a freaking elf. Not that. I had my suspicions about her. The other night I was at the counter, quaffing my ale, having a grand time, and next I realized I'm outside without a guild in my name. And it ain't the first... That's your suspicions? Aw, you silly little baby. It can only be the power of the Shadow Keeper. Yes, the healer questline was easily the best. Beautiful. And not that you drink enough to fell a small army. If Kuro says it's true, I'm inclined to believe it, which leaves us with the matter of entrusting the crystals to her. She's right that this was Brandon's home, the others too, and it's home to their most important memories. Not all of them good, maybe, but everyone loved is laid to rest here. I agree, Nilebert belongs here. It would be nice to meet these Chucklefucks on another side quest. Hopefully Hildy... I could see it. I'm still not sure how Hildy's supposed to work because we kind of just got fucked out of having Hildy because of the plague, I think. Because Hildy in Stormblood was like, ah yes, I'm teleporting to another world through this rift, and then he never showed up in the first, ever. I agree, Nilebert belongs here. Arbert's crystals with Seto, in this world. Lamit would want to be near. Ah, little dwarf baby. Brenda Ray as well, I think. She'd want to be with her friends, in the place that she loved. You didn't see him in the first? Yeah, I don't recall Hildebrand ever being in the first because he was an Easter egg. I do not remember seeing Hildebrand ever because I was like, there's no Hildebrand quest. Sad day. So no, I did not see him. Not even once. You know the world's at peace because I can run around as a bunny suit. He's at Heroes Gone... Really? He was in the dungeon? He's one of the Warriors of Light summoned by Elidibus during that Really? That's pretty sus, but I'll take your word for it. Seems we all agree. The Hildy trailer is covered by the same light, so I guess we're taking the story from here. Okay, that makes sense though. If he was there, then yeah, I can see that. A toast, then, to the Warriors of Light. To the Warriors of Light! Time to get fucking smashed. Drink up, I'm paying, and as bounty hunters, I expect you all to take proper advantage of that. I hate to disappoint, but I'm not much for alcohol. The juice looks nice, though. You DM'd me the Easter egg. That seems familiar. Huh. How did I never actually see that? Hildy. I should be able to just pop that into the stream itself real quick. Just a moment. Add a new source. Hildy. I wish there was a faster way to do this, but if I had a stream deck, then maybe. And yeah, I know it's the dungeon right before the Seat of Sacrifice. I remember the dungeon plenty well, I just don't remember Hildebrand for some reason. And yet... Yes, 5.3, I know. Because he fought all the little golden boys, and the last boss was actually kind of tricky, and it had the platforms raising and lowering, and people actually fell for it surprisingly often. Wait, did I not save it to here? Oh wait, there it is. Yeah, right there. That sure is a Hildebrand. That's for sure. It's a 25% chance of him spawning. It's possible. He just never spawned for me, because I only ran that dungeon maybe 2 or 3 times. Because it was a 0.3 patch, and on odd number patches, I cannot be asked to farm tomestones. Let's be honest here. So yeah, I probably only ran it a few times and just never got him. And goodbye. Goodbye, Hildy. We'll see you in a month or so. Back to getting smashed. Ah, that's not... Oh? If that's not alcohol, what the hell was that? Nor was it super alcohol. Like the real dwarven... He's just out like a light. Or he's dead because his eyes are open. Oh no. The fuck did that man drink? How would you manage this? Twice the mess and half the time as normal patrons, I swear. I overheard your conversation, by the way. Do you agree with your friends? You could have the crystals, I suppose. But they would know best. Fuck you. I'll be certain not to disappoint them. Wait, is that just the same answer? Then why even give me a choice? Extra closure, baby. Thank you. Oh? Rock candy with souls, pretty much. Aren't they basically just a type of auracite? I'm pretty sure that's what we figured out, right? 'Cause that's the whole thing, is you can put your soul in auracite more or less, so in addition to trapping souls, it can also transfer the souls, and that's how we got back in 5.3. More or less, although we had a little bit of help from good old Graha using his blood because he was attuned to the Crystal Tower, and it's very complicated, but also fairly simple. I can feel them, their memories. Why? Why, damn it? You're all just like Ardbert. I betrayed you. I manipulated you, and still... You thought of me as a comrade, a friend, until the very end. And of course, Giot's just like, I could drink all of this entire barrel by myself. I can take it in a fight, right? In a fight, right? That was admittedly a little shorter than I was expecting for that, though. We finally managed to clean up after you lot, for the most part. Perhaps next time we should sit down in a tarpaulin. Nevertheless, I'm grateful to you for entrusting these to me, and as long as I live, I will never stop sharing the true tale of the Warriors of Light, of my friends. That gave experience. I probably should have switched classes. Too late! Oh, there's more to go, actually. The hero's journey. Seeing the lot of you together like that, it reminds me of the old days. Ardbert and the rest, drinking and bickering and laughing. Drove each other half mad at times, but there was never any question of who'd be there when times got tough. Can't help but wonder, can I? If I'd had companions like that back home, could it have been saved? I'm not the only one who tried, though each of us stood alone. There was Unukalhai, who was the little baby boy back from the Warring Triad raid. Well, not raids, but trials. We've met. He was working with Elidibus at the time. That shitlord. Who was also, ironically, a child, looking back. Yes, he too was one who would be savior of the 13th, and was spared his fate demise by Ascian. He was spared his fated demise by Ascian devices. We spoke once, after the destruction of our world. If the others could be saved, we thought, we yet had parts to play. What he's up to now that Elidibus is gone, though, I have no idea. Has he found himself a new role as I have? Or does he feel as adrift as we were back then? If you encounter him in the source, I ask that you help him find a way forward, just as you have helped all of us here. Can we just go back? Oh, he's just in the Rising Stones. He's no longer in Funnyland and Heavensward anymore. I see. So I figured we'd have to go back to Ass's Law, and Ass's Law is admittedly pretty cool. It's a shame they never really did a whole lot with it, though. It never really got a use. It's like, okay, here's the Warring Triad. That's it. There you go. Nothing else, baby. Also, why does Mordona have 3 instances? Oh, and he's clearing the Solar. Hey, Tataru, got anything? No. Jack shit. Just wait another 4 months. It'll be fine. Or possibly longer. We'll see. Oh yeah, he was just chilling here. I remember now, because the book and everything. Just having a good old time. Being a little baby child. Well met, Kuro. What brings you here today? I will hydrate, thank you. And stretch. I gave more donuts instances because of the patch, because everyone was doing their MSQ. Yeah, I can see that. Ugh. Thank you. Urianshe did apprise me of your travels in the first, and of what it became of Elidibus at long last. But I was not aware that you were working with Silva. I consider her a comrade of sorts, though our time together was short. Looking upon the twisted remains of the world you try to save creates a bond that few can understand. It's okay, we're just going to be casually walking in there next patch, probably. At that time, we spoke of what we could hope to achieve with our newfound immortality, and of our regrets. Though I then believed what had happened to be the natural result of my age and inexperience, I now think this was merely the least painful explanation I could offer myself. Silva is right. We ought to have sought each other out before it was too late. I would not make the same mistake again. With the Warring Triad gone, I am indeed in need of new purpose, but to seek it alone is folly. I should like to speak with Silva, assuming such a thing is possible. As I mentioned, she understands how I feel more than any other. All I require is your soul. Just hand it over. It'll be no big deal. You speak of the spirit vessel, correct? The means by which the scions return to the source? If I understand the principles that work correctly, and it was a near miracle that you succeeded in bringing them back without killing them. That's okay, you're immortal, right? If Elidibus is to be believed, however, my current state makes me something of an exception in matters of life and death. In which case there is naught to be lost from making the attempt. Please, say you'll help. I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing! It's okay, we'll just get Mommy Y'shtola to pop on over for a bit. Or Grahatia, or both. Or Urianshe? Why Urianshe? I mean, I guess he did study it to begin with, but I thought the practical stuff was more on Graha and Y'shtola's side, wasn't it? No thoughts head empty indeed. Okay, here we go. Pray forgive the delay. Thou didst seek my counsel. I'm surprised he didn't just say seeketh, the pretentious fuck. The fact that he does this accent on purpose still bothers me. He could just talk normal if he freaking wanted to. Aye, the gifts granted young Unukalai by Hydaelyn and the Ascians may prove a boon in easing the transition. Don't worry about the part where Hydaelyn is super fucking dead. That hasn't happened yet. However, I know not to what extent, nor what might befall thy spirit should it be lost betwixt worlds. Nevertheless, I know that this is my path forward. Please, Urianger. Very well. If thou oh my fucking god. If thou believest that thou shalt find new purpose in the first, I will do all my power to see thee safely there. We shall be but a few moments. Mayhap a worthy tome might keep thee occupied whilst I perform the necessary magics. Okay, bye Urianger. See you never. Please go away. Decent spots. If I just shake my head enough, it will magically have him come back. The Urianger Express has come back. 'Tis done. Pray guard his vessel well. Just take his crystal. Do not eat it. It's not rock candy. No, bad. Bad cat, bad. Minakalhai, as I and the other science were on the first, a soul of form, yet no true body. Thus, 'twas a simple matter to transfer him to the vessel using the selfsame process as before. To withdraw his essence once across the rift ought to prove similarly straightforward. However, I fear that such an existence cannot sustain itself indefinitely. Look to the Asians' example. Their persistent use of flesh and blood vessels surely hath cause. Be it danger akin to that... God damn it, Urianger. Be it danger akin to that which would have befallen us had we not returned to the source, I know not. For the time may come when the boy requireth a fully corporeal form. Make sure to read the item description too, huh? Should this come to pass, I trust that thou shalt come to his aid. For the moment, however, thou needst only convey the spirit vessel to Beklug. Farewell, both of thee. It's okay, Urianger. You can step out now. See you in maybe 4 months if we're lucky. You just won't be in 6.2 if we're lucky, but I kind of doubt it. Item description, you say. Best not tell anyone else about this, lest you suddenly find yourself everyone's first choice in interworld ferry services. Oh god. Yeah, no, that's not wrong. We are kind of still the... Actually, yeah, now that Endwalker's over, we are just the errand boy again. That would be bad. Just casually carry him over to the Cabinet of Curiosity. Just a little world hopping as a treat. So I still don't understand how our guild leader can sleep for over 14 hours. How does anyone sleep for over 14 hours without being, like, deathly ill? I cannot get it. Says the slug that sleeps for 6 tops, usually. No, I don't want to poke you. I want to poke the Aetherite. Poke the Aetherite. Thank you. What do you mean can't see It's right in front of me! The fuck? There we go. That was weird. Oh, Becca's at the top, aren't they? That's fine. That's what Sprint's for, after all. Don't mind the bunny suit, I'm on official business. Back again, are you? I'm flattered that you've grown so fond of Novrant. Or I would be. But you have that expression you lot always wear when you're about to ask me for something. Just take the spirit vessel. Don't worry about it. You did what? After all of the perils your friends faced and the labors we undertook to return them to your world, you brought another soul across the rift? Have you no common sense? Nope. It's fine, just work your magics, whichever. But yeah, no common sense, head empty. Clearly. Nevertheless, for my own peace of mind, I'll assume you have a compelling reason for this. Moving spirit from vessel will be easy enough, I suppose. However, it requires a few moments without your breathing down my neck. Also, your friend is unlikely to materialize with clothes on, so I doubt they'll want an audience. You should wait here. Perhaps take the opportunity for some self-reflection. Oh, very well. At least I tried. We'll find you at the Wandering Stairs directly, then. Okay, that is way the hell over here. So, probably, yeah, pendants. Alright, falling damage is a thing. Not that it matters. Unless you're getting attacked, you'll just get to 1 HP and heal it back again. So it's perfectly fine as long as there's no enemies around. I just hope that this is on the proper floor, because the main issue I had with the crystalline mean is that there are 2 floors to this place, and it gets a little confusing sometimes. Actually, no, there's 3 of them. There's also the basement. You want me to speak with someone? Very well, you've done the same at my request often enough. Keep forgetting to just teleport to the Easter thing just to check. Oh well. How long are we meant to wait for this friend of yours? I do have work to do, you know. Ah, here you are. Pardon the delay. It took some time to acquire robes of an appropriate size. Why not just use your own? You're the size of a child. Hi, Silva. We brought you a child. You can adopt him now. Aren't you happy? Is this them? Oh, look at you all fancy schmancy. Silva. Wait, how the fuck did he get his body still? Question mark? I'm not gonna worry about it. Una Kalhai. Indeed it is I. Trust me, I can hardly believe that I'm here myself. I should think so. When I sent Kuro to ask after you, it never occurred to me that you might be able to cross the rift without Asian aid. Lost her taste for subterfuge, I see. My choices and my reasons are my own now. I'm not an Asian sock puppet. If I am to have faith in them and myself, I cannot hide who I am. Congratulations, you grew a spine. Speaking of which, Una Kalhai was kind enough to fill me in, unlike some, and I was interested to hear of an erstwhile hero of the 13th serving libations at the Wandering Stairs, but that this hero should be you surpasses the scope of even my considerable imaginings. Was that you at Grune's Licht so long ago? Not so long to me, or you mayhap, though I thought I might at last put those days behind me. I cannot remember what that location actually is. Shit. Oh well. But perhaps it's for the best. They're not all bad memories. They never are. I should very much like to hear your story, should you be willing to share it. Like that time you became a big ol' furry. Our world, like this one, had its share of would-be heroes, myself and Unukalai among them. Unlike you Warriors of Light, however, each was unaware of, or unconcerned with, our fellows. Okay, yeah, I could see it being the Tank Girl quest stuff, they met at the capital. Yeah, the whole evil wizard trap thing. Or advisor who was an evil wizard, if I remember right. But to fight alone is to fall alone, and the insidious aether of the Arasite used to seal primals corrupted once noble souls and turned them, one by one, to darkness. Really? So they used it to seal primals, huh? Interesting. Even those who resisted this fate cannot escape its consequences. No surprise, perhaps, as we continue to struggle in solitude. We're spared by Asian machinations, but only as our world met its death. But what if that death could be undone? I was told that much of the first were consumed by light, as our home was by darkness, yet balance and life are being restored even to that scoured land they called the Empty. Well, you see, there's a base of operations here where people are alive. The Void is the fucking Void. There's nowhere for anyone to be. If such a thing is possible, then why not the reverse? Could we not bring light back to the 13th? Even the Asians consider the 13th lost, thus was it excluded from the rejoining. Which makes no sense. If they want everyone to have a full, big, ol' happy soul, they'd still be missing a piece, at any rate. What say you? You have a way of making miracles happen. But yeah, no, not really. That place sucks ass. The World of Darkness was not in a state I'd consider salvageable. Like, that place is a shit show. You speak almost as though you've really seen it. Wait. Pardon the interruption, but might I suggest a closer examination of conditions on the 13th before you form any conclusions? Just give us, like, the next few patches. We'll look into it. They wanted to unleash the shackles of Zodiac enough to sacrifice the source to him to bring back the dead. Oh, right. I thought part of it was also, like, getting back their creation magics and more or less making the world how it used to be, but yeah. That too, of course. We could use the Crystal Tower to open a Void Gate, can we please? This is so weird after doing patch 6.1, because we already have our own little Void Gate now. Have you lost your head? The Crystal Tower is not a toy, and you are not to use it to unleash great and terrible Voidsend upon this world. According to the records, there was a group who worked out how to open small void gates, though, through which to summon minor fell beasts and the like. Magics of that nature should work, although I'm unsure if any with knowledge of the original technique yet live. God, this is really weird that they foreshadowed this so much, but it also kind of makes sense for the 14 team. There's one right over there. How fortunate. Let us inquire if this Tainor meet. Oh right, that was also a thing. The magic girl quest. Wait, why didn't we? Well, of course we kind of use that with everyone else because they are in the source and not here anymore, but still. Yes, you do that. In the meantime, I'll ready a means for peering into the depths of the void without endangering ourselves. Use these to contact me when you're prepared to open the gate. You were really mad at the 6.1 MSQ. We're not letting just shout, the first Void Gate children. Ah! To be fair again, everyone else in your party can't go to the first anymore, though. It's just you. And I guess in this case Unikali, but that's because he has special circumstances of being quasi-immortal. Like, if you went to the Void Gate in the first, you'd be going completely solo. And also, Y'shtola would probably be pretty displeased to not see it herself, because she's very insistent on seeing this stuff. We shall have the very first opportunity, I promise. What a fascinating place to spend one's days. I should love to hear more about the patrons that have passed through. He really hasn't aged a day. Not that it should surprise me of all people, but... yeah, he's just a little baby man. Little tiny baby dude. Give me your void, child. Wait, that sounds wrong. Don't do that! Stranger danger. It's always a pleasure, Kuro. Aye, but who's your friend? I don't believe we've met. We have not, as I'm not from this world. The situation is rather complicated, but I hope that you might be willing to assist me. It was more on the part of Y'shtola wanting to ask the people of old how to make a void gate, and I'm like, but I know someone. Fair enough, fair enough. However, Shadowbringers is dead. We can't come back to it, except for maybe Hildebrand, but don't worry about that. Hildebrand breaks the general conventions. It is true that we have the means to open such portals. We call them hollows, and it was through one of these that I was drawn into the rift. And then Diablos hollowed out, and then we had a cool DBZ laser beam battle. So it is possible. Not with my power alone. I understand the greatness of your need, and were Nilebert still at my side, I should be glad to make the attempt. The technique required the combined force of our energies and the resonance. If one person's magics are insufficient, perhaps I could assist. From what I can sense, our ethereal reserves are roughly equivalent, and our physical similarity suggests that our energies are not incompatible. Just do the fusion dance, motherfuckers. Just do it, though. Here you underestimate the difficulty of the task. Nilebert and I were born for this, and even so, it took us years before our efforts were perfectly in step. I realize that's a lot to ask considering that we've just met, but could we not at least attempt it? Yours is the only such magic I've ever heard of, and it might actually be able to save my home. May I interject? You will recall that the crystals in my possession preserve the memories of the former Warriors of Light, including Nilebert's, in ethereal form. And Unukalhai here has a particular talent for interpreting the minds and motives of ethereal beings, the primals. If I could apply the same principles to interpret Nilebert's crystal... An experiment worth trying, at the least. I'll fetch it. We'll just take your ghost juice. It'll be okay. Just open the void. What could go wrong? Speak to me, Nilebert. Do his memories of training with Tainer remain? They do. And such strong sentiment with them. Now we're in the void, never mind. Tainer, you should know that Nilebert desired nothing so much as to rescue you, his dearest friend. He held so fiercely to his memories of the technique you mastered together because he hoped they might be your salvation. Oh, Nilebert, I am a silly little twink. I won't let them go to waste. I'll do what I can to help see the 13th restored. Thank you. I won't pretend I understand the half of what's going on here. Just keep them from running headlong into anything too dangerous, will you? Ah, yes, the classic fisting emote, which we actually have now. Nothing to worry about so long as you're around, I'm sure. Wicked White, I nearly forgot. I have half a dozen orders to fill. You know where to find me when you've made progress with the gates. Has it already been almost 2 hours? Holy shit. That's crazy. Nakalhai would hone his newfound skill. If you have no objection, Tainer, I would like to practice creating hollows as soon as possible. Of course, but not within the Crystarium. If we succeed in opening even the smallest window into that realm, it is likely the full creatures will emerge. Follow me. It'll just be a couple of imps. We can take a couple of imps in a fight. Where the... Oh, that's over here. Okay. We're just gonna do it outside of town. It'll be okay. A random passerby won't be going completely ballistic seeing a void gate appearing or anything. Like, literally just right outside of town. Like it's no big deal. Not even a special place for it or anything. We're just gonna do it here, in this corner. There you are. Please, tell Tainer we can begin. Assuming no one ventures near, this location should be suitable. Unakalhai, when I give the word, begin channeling your aether. Albert's memories will have told you as much, but it is imperative that you maintain focus on our ethereal resonance throughout the process. With that in mind, Kuro, I ask that you take care of any creatures that emerge from the hollow. They should not be of a strength to challenge you, and it will allow us to adjust our attunement without risk. Which is why I'm still not sure why they were freaking out about the imps in 6.1. They're imps. What the fuck are they gonna do? You could step on the damn things, they're probably so weak. Concentration. God, those teeth are kind of horrifying, not gonna lie. Come on, flow where I tell you to. Let me attempt to match your focus. See, he's so... Okay, no, now you're both very angry. What a convenient little void gate. It's opened. It's small, but enough to let something through. Be ready, Kuro. Oh yeah, the good theme. Little baby berserk theme. Wow, it's one of you little elementals. You're probably more threatening than an imp, at least. Just a little bit. Come here. Come here, fella. Bonk. Bonk. Yeah. Warrior just does that with normal enemies. It's very funny. It's been quite a while since I opened a gate between worlds like this, but there are some things we never forget, aren't there? And they also don't have magic pixies to just send through. Just froth and foam. That was far too much effort for such a small gate. On the contrary, given this was your first attempt, it's incredible that we succeeded at all. Now try synchronizing your breath with mine. Focus on the rhythm of the ethereal flow. Alright, I'm ready. Yeah, the old Shadowbringers. We're doing it theme. Always good to hear. Okay, that guy... That is already more sizable than anything we try to do in 6.1. That's kind of sad. They're just casually doing it, no big deal. Aha, a larger hollow. Of course, the Voidsent may be proportionately stronger. Like, that's big enough for a person to go through. Oh, it's just one of you things. That's no big deal. Swear to God, if these kids don't make it back to 7.0, you'll kill someone. But yeah, no, I can see why you were mad now. Like, that was already, with that little amount of effort, way better than anything we try to do in 6.1. With much less effort involved. Okay, you go explode now. You're also not any stronger than the other one, really. I might get one whole fell cleave off. There you go. Congratulations. Angie Bunyoy. This is the last thing you see before you die. Treasure it while you still can. It's been quite a while since I opened a gate between worlds like this, but there are some things we never forget, aren't there? Six point one. 6.1 of the Warrior of Light didn't have amnesia. No, right? Where your breath ends, mine begins. Where your aether flows, mine follows. Ah, the World of Darkness theme from Crystal Tower. It's a pretty good theme. Pretty banger. Together. Again, bringing them to the source would be a bit of a problem, though. Unbelievable. Full attunement so soon. Be ready, Kuro. You're... something new? I don't remember ever seeing that enemy before. Again, I also have a very piss-poor memory, so I am the Warrior of Light that does have amnesia. Hello, big boy. You are also not any tougher than the others. Bonk. God, I love Primal Rune. It's so good. You can just transport letter. Yeah, the knowledge, yeah, you could definitely take, but the thing is, I think that knowledge only works because of their specific, like, One was born to do it, one is actually from the 13th. I don't think Y'shtola could pull that off the same way. Opening a gate to the first instead of the 13th. But that would have to go through the 13th to begin with. Aren't void gates technically separate? I mean, I guess if you used a void gate to go to the 13th and then to the rift, or vice versa somehow, maybe. I think I've grasped the principle now. I only need to remember the feeling for next time. I almost feel as if I do remember it. Your Aether is familiar somehow. But that's impossible, of course. Probably because you share the same soul. Well, not you two in particular, but him and Nilebert probably have the same soul. It would not be surprising if they were, like, the linked souls between the 13th and the 1st. Una Kalhai's success with Tainer has only made him more eager to proceed. This is a lot more of side quests than I was expecting. I was going to do the Endwalker one, but that's just going to have to wait because we are getting decently late as it is. Now that Tainer and I are capable of performing the necessary magics, I should like to make an attempt at investigating conditions on the 13th. Might it trouble you to contact Beck-Lug? Kuro, are you there? I hope you're not lost focus on the void problem. I have an exciting breakthrough to share. A work of Porksy-related genius, if I do say so myself. Which, again, they could have also used the Porksies, but why would we call Alice? Why would we do that? Beck-Lug, excellent timing. We've made considerable progress as well, and are ready to open a portal when you are. Yeah, the more we do this, the more frustrated I can see why you would be frustrated. Jesus Christ. This was already a solved issue. Well then, let's say you meet me at Laxenloft forthwith. It's far enough from any major Aetherites as to avoid the sort of ethereal interference. That would be a hindrance to our observation of the void. Very well, we will see you at this Laxenloft anon, or as close as I can, or as soon as I can locate it. I'll lead the way. I too am eager to be one step nearer to our goal. This is so backwards. You don't mind if I think of it as our goal, do you? These bitches gay. Good for them. I'd be honored. Thank you, Tainor. They're just a bunch of little twinks being big old gays. They're like, alright, we had the big lesbian thing. We need the gays now. Even though the lesbians involved a secret mommy among them, but then she somehow became a child, and don't worry about it. God, Eden is such a weird raid. Haha, Asians, haha. New body, question mark. New body, who dis? Is it really all the way up here? You know, this would make sense, actually. Queer bringers. Pretty much. The gayest expansion. I might as well do a lookout up here. Laxenloft. In the old tongue of the elves, Laxen is word for Lakeland. And it is here that the region's erstwhile king set his throne. The castle is also infamous as the site of a historical conflict, where the Shadowkeeper led a force of elven dissidents in a final, bloody uprising. Huh. That's oddly poetic to come back here to try to open a rift to the void. I can still scarce believe how quickly we've progressed. It's almost as if we've been friends all along. Yes, friends. They are friends. God, I want to get hand movement so I can just do air quotes at some point. But that costs money. It appears Beck-Lug has yet to arrive. Patience, Una Kalhai. Why are you talking to yourself in third person, my dude? Like, I am a funny C-slug on the internet, and even I don't do that much. Oh yeah, she's in her fancy gear now. Just hinting real hard at a Nook being a shard of Nilebert. I know, right? I hope you weren't waiting too long. What, you didn't think I'd want to see this for myself? The 13th was my home too, if you recall. Quite. Though as I explained, we won't be the ones doing the seeing. Strictly speaking, this familiar will gather all the information we need. Oh my god, it really is just the same fucking thing, isn't it? Assuming you two could create a hollow for it to pass through. I mean, it's less cutesy and there's not froth and foam, but still. Did they really just do the same idea twice? And this was at the end of Shadowbringer, so it was not even that much of a distance, or a passage of time. They really did just reuse content. That'll do nicely now. My porksy fly! And it's gone forever. Although, to be fair, the porksy would probably be super corrupted, and at this point we didn't have a way to reverse tempering yet. Or corruption by any means. And something is coming out, and it's got that good old Shadowbringer's boss theme, hell yeah! Like they have no confidence in that their player base will play the game. To be fair, have you seen some of the player base? Ah yes, we're just going to use this funny little boosty potion. How do I play a class? What's pressing buttons? Okay, that looks pretty sick. What the hell are you... Yo, that's a good fucking design! My, that's an ugly one, isn't it? I don't know, it's got a pretty boy face, for some reason. If a bit of an ugly-ish pretty boy face, but still, it's Final Fantasy as fuck. I'm here for it. But it's okay, we're just gonna stand here and stare at it for a little bit. He looks like the toilet demon. What the fuck is his name again? I can't remember. I've played so much SMT and I can't remember his name. And we got a dumpy. More pressing matters. I can't even talk. Why are you all here? Was it Baphomet? And yeah, he has no actual ass, he just has the orb. The Valen, huh? Oh wow, this guy, 1, doesn't actually have the boss music anymore. 2, is laughably weak still. It's not even a challenge. Although admittedly I am level 90. Yeah, Belphegor. Yeah, that's it. Baphomet's the goat. What the fuck was I thinking? As I expected, these creatures hardly pose a challenge to you. You don't say. Maybe don't tell Sirig about how large and horrible that one was, though. And yes, I know I'm level 90 now. That's what I was mentioning. It's like, ah yes, I have all this new stuff. Like Primal fucking Rend. I've already come further than I dared hope. I'm truly fortunate to have found Tainor. Super gay. They're so fucking gay, it's not even funny. Those two have really taken to each other, haven't they? I suppose they are of a similar age, in some ways at any rate. Thank you for clearing that up. The porksy ought to be back any moment now, though I can't sense it. Odd. Perhaps it's lost. If Kuro created an etheric beacon as she did for me, it might find its way back more easily. That may work. Give it a go. Come here, little piggy. Yeah, no, that's a big freaking rift. If nothing else, this would have made things a lot faster. I could fit through that. Easily. No problem. Multiple people could fit through that. Honestly, this is super fucking dangerous. But at the same time, why are they so worried about the rift on the source, then? Because wouldn't the same kind of stuff be coming out, except for the whole Golbez thing going on? But they don't know that. Keep at it. It's okay, I'll just wave my hand, and it will eventually find us through sheer magic. Aha, distinctly porksy-like presence. I see the snout. Look at that snout! And the porksy seems unaffected? There we are, now close that hollow before anything follows. Aha, they rhymed. They did say it's easier to go to adjacent shards. That is true, the 1st and the 13th are technically, like... Yeah, I can see that, but also it's the source, for fuck's sake. The source should be the center of all of the shards, is it not? Or was it actually more difficult because it's the source? I do not remember. They make it look so easy. Yeah, the shards are a ring and the source is at the center, if I remember right. And of course, the 1st and the 13th are right next to each other because one's the beginning and one's the end. I believe it has performed its task thoroughly as instructed. Good, Porksy. With luck, its observations may indeed lead us to a means of driving the darkness from the 13th. First source, 13th, 12th, second, first. Yeah. But by implying that, still has the source right next to the 1st and the 13th. So it should be more or less just as easy. In theory. I believe it was, yeah, driving the darkness from 13th. It's also not corrupted at all, for some reason. However, I'll need to review its findings in detail before I can tell you more, and it could take years to deduce a suitable solution. I admit that I am impatient to find a way forward, but I have endured millennia with half as much hope as I have now. If I must wait, then that is what I shall do. So yeah, it really doesn't make a whole lot of sense then, if it's just as easy. Like Kuro and your warriors of light, I will persevere until my world is safe once more. That is what a hero does. And yet we are not going to enlist your help at all! It doesn't make any sense! We're a hero, but while you're off actually doing stuff, we'll just be here just twiddling our thumbs. But to go from the 13th to the 1st, you need to go through the source or swim through the rift even longer. Yeah, which makes it even weirder that this is so much easier than if that's how we're doing it. You as well. If that's the end of the excitement for the time being, we should head back to the Wandering Stairs. Clear out that pile of anxiety Surig is spreading all over the place. Like, we're just taking your agency, funny heroes. We're gonna deal with it on our own. In the source. Teehee. And also do a shittier job of actually doing it. I feel like they might have forgotten that this side quest existed. Because the simple fact that the Porksy is not even corrupted at all is completely the opposite of what is going on in 6.1. So that's the whole talisman issue. I mean, shit, the reason we're even waiting is because we're waiting for Sid to make a quote-unquote armor for it, so it doesn't get corrupted itself. How very strange. The writers regret making the side quest. Honestly, it would not surprise me if different writers did the side quest in 6.1 respectively, obviously, but still. Because it's very hard to try to figure out exactly what their goal was here. Like, yes, we want to do this, but also we're going to do this. What if we do it from both ends, but this one's much simpler and would have taken way less time? No, we need to farm out all of Golbez. Yeah, Yoshi P getting flooded with questions would be unsurprising. It's okay, it's Yoshi P. He'll bullshit something up. If there's anything Yoshi P is good at, is taking already established lore and twisting it in the right way that makes it satisfying. Next life alert for this to be addressed. One could hope. One could hope. Ah, you've returned hale and whole. Not that I had any doubt you would, of course. And how'd your search of the Hollow go? Just wait a few years. A wizard did it. Pretty much. Although in this case, there's two wizards, and they're probably super gay. We may have the information we need to save the 13th. Based on what, literally? It may be some time, years maybe, until we can be certain, but I'll be here for as long as it takes. Meanwhile, in the source, oh, we're just gonna go walk into the 13th ourselves and take care of things. Don't worry about it. You just sit here and wait for years. Maybe time will start flowing differently again, and you'll be okay. Because I think at this point the time is more or less synced up between the source and the first, at the present moment. And Shadowbringers anyways. On that subject, I've been thinking. Would you be interested in joining us? As a bounty hunter, I mean. Surig and I hunt down Sin Eaters and other threats. They're so fucking gay. The first was saved, but it remains far from safe. You could help us protect the people here. If I were these kids and the Roleplay decided to just go into the 13th without me, I would just fuck up their void gates out of spite. I wonder if they can even sense that, though. I mean, they are super magic children, so perhaps. I think I would quite like that, protecting people. Because this is easily the biggest weird plot contrivance I think I've seen in all of 14. They really did just do the same thing. Again. Not even a year apart. If I can do that, then perhaps I'll find the strength I need when the time comes. And yet, the way they both work is so completely fundamentally different, it's mind-boggling how you could possibly try to explain this away. Strength, you say? Sounds like you could use a dwarf with a massive hammer. 6.1 was a very fun patch, if admittedly a mess. Like, it's by far the best 0.1 patch I have ever seen coming from this game. But it's still a mess, now that this is a thing, or this was a thing, and now, you know what I'm getting at. I may show you the tale of the 13th of a few other noted hunters. Now they can be family, family, family. I know what it feels like to fight for something you've already lost. To need to find a way to make it right. And I know that's not easy to fight on your own, inconvenient as that little truth may be. But through the power of friendship, we can make it happen. And this booze I found! Thus a new team is born. This calls for a toast. Oh, Giat, you are truly the best of them. I can't believe they made Lollipels endearing by just making them a funny beast tribe. I don't object, so long as the slot carries their weight. I'm a bounty hunter, not a hookah herder. You got two super black mages on your side. I think they can carry their damn weight. Unless they just sit in the ley lines and take all of the damage. Thank you so much, all of you. I would be honored to fight at your side. I shall do my best to justify the faith you have shown in me, and to save my home. Someday I hope we can visit it together. And you definitely won't just go to it without me, right? You won't just go to it without me, right? That would just be terrible for you to do. Hey, where are you going? Hold on, wait a moment. Wow, yeah, no, this is... Ooh boy, was there a ball dropped somewhere. Nobody in their right minds would actually do all the role quests, right? Who actually does that, they said. And I think that's it. I think we are done with this funny quasi 6.1 adventure. Yep, that is all. We're just not going to tell them about all that other stuff. Okay, once more for the road. Is Easter available, damn it? Because that would be nice. To get out of the way. Because otherwise I'm probably going to forget and the event's going to end. I'm going to be very upset. It was... Fallgord... Wait, was it? No, Central Shot. What am I doing? Yeah, I've been Branch Meadows. 6.1 could be only 10 minutes long if they just let us call back to this. Pretty much. I have to wonder if they do call back to this, how they will do it and not make it look like the stupidest thing ever, though. Okay, the fate is not up yet. But what if? What if it is up soon? God, I wish there was an actual timer on this that you could see. Because then I feel like less of a putz for just sitting around and waiting for it. Do I even have any classes that are low enough level to just smack this around? You hope it's Y'shtola being mad we didn't tell her sooner. I don't know, I think that we've made Y'shtola so mad at this point she might just actually start spanking the Warrior of Light. Although we're no longer really the Warrior of Light thinking on it, we're just an adventurer now. The whole light thing's kind of, well, not a thing anymore. Do I have even a single weapon or a class while we wait? Let's see, it should be under profile. Classes jobs, there we go. Level 1 archer, too low. Thaumaturge, too high. Lancer, just right, but do I even have a lance on me? Speak of the devil. What do you mean insufficient? Oh, wait. No, I'm not. I have room in... Oh, wait. I see. Dragons. I want to keep that, though. Oh, this is the worst. Probably one of these I can toss. 570, 570, 560. Wait, these are necklaces, right? Oh yeah, I can definitely get rid of these. There's no materia in that. I can desynth, though. You're just the warrior of homeless. More or less. More or less. I don't even use... Oh, I might use Reaper, so maybe not. Maybe not. I can get rid of the casting and the healing. Goodbye. I really doubt any of that will even sell, but hey, why not? For shits and giggles. That I should be able to switch over. And then become naked for a moment. That's okay, that's what the glamour plate is for. Or... Wait, did they... Of course they fucking spawn the very moment I try to leave. Beggars. Get over here, you fucking chickens and rabbits. Sons of bitches. No. Wait. Why do I have to... I'm at the proper level. Why do I have to join? That's weird. Nope. Oh, you have to wait for them to go into the chickens. And then they get stunned. That makes sense. This is so stupid. Oh god. Yeah, that was a big sneeze. I'm sorry. Come on, chicken. Thank you. I better get a gold on this, I swear to god. This is so ridiculous. It's not even funny. Okay, this isn't so bad. It's late enough at night that there's not enough people here to just get all of them at once. So I have all the time in the world, baby. Come here, little bun bun. Got ya. Little baby bun bun. Sadly, I am no longer a bunny, so this is less funny, but it works. As long as I get the thing completed, I'll be okay with that. So this has been its own... Wait, did I catch that thing before it got stunned? It's hard to tell if I'm actually doing it properly or not, though. Just get all of them in the net. No big deal. Come here. There's so many of them. Okay. No, not the chicken! I don't need to catch the chicken! No! Get over here. You little scrungles. Little scrungly babies. I got 10 fortune eggs. That counts for something, right? I think that was gold. And back to warrior. Need that bunny suit. Gotta make it fresh, baby. Okay, back to Amphitheater it is. I need to get the egg emote. I don't care about the minion as much, I just want the egg emote. That egg emote is totally worth it. Just eat every egg. Without having to spend a bunch of gil on a bajillion eggs. Like a certain somebody. Oh, Kuro, say no more. I've heard everything. My sincere apologies for all the trouble we had to put you through. But let it suffice to say that your efforts have all but saved this year's hatching tide from disaster. Some stragglers are still running about, but we've captured the better part of both flocks. Onoda, Master Pollen, and my colleagues should be able to round up the rest in due time. But there's even more good news. It seems the exercise went a long way to soothe our savage chickens, and we've retrieved eggs in abundance to decorate. Ah, Nonoda, Master Pollen, allow me to thank you for your efforts as well. I was just sharing the happy tidings with Kuro here. Wait, is this perchance one of the happy bunnies that were the source of this whole hullabaloo? Why, they truly are the splitting image of the little critters that came to me in my vision. Seeing how calm and well-behaved it is now, I can scarcely believe it gave you such trouble. Your other chickens are resting easy now, I gather. No worries there, Jilly, my dear. My birds have spent up all their nervous energy and are as relaxed now as I've ever seen them. Why, after their little spat, it even seems that they've become a mutual understanding with their fluffy new friends. We did it. We saved the Chimpkos. And the Bun-Buns. We are the hero of Easter. I'm happy to say that the rabbits too are now obeying our attendants with scarcely a peep of argument. And when do you know it, just before, one of them handed us this crystal. Could it be? Why, they're truly harbingers of happiness and good fortune. I have a good feeling about this, Kuro. Do come back later so I can fill you in on the details, yes? Needless to say, I also have a special something for you as a token of thanks for your services. As for now, I must prepare for the festivities. In the meantime, could I trouble you to lead these little fellows through the streets and join them in handing out eggs to the townspeople? My dreams are any guide. I'm sure it'll bring no end of smiles to one and all. Cluck, cluck, cluck. Just a little dude. Well, aren't we all so eager? That's what I like to see. And with that, I'd best be putting the final decorative touches on these eggs. Whenever you're ready, just say the word. As long as I don't have to do the fate again, I'm okay with that. I'm gonna have to do the fate again, aren't I? I will probably do that another day and off-stream, because, ooh. That was a big weight. Ready to start handing out some eggs? Lovely, in that case, here you go. Hurry, take our little friends along and spread happiness the whole city over. Because we want you to love Gridania. Please like Gridania. We are begging you, love Gridania. The altar, why not? Here you go, an egg in these trying times. The prophecy fulfilled itself. We have saved Easter, every sluggy. And with the best bunny outfit among all of these clowns, by a mile. Greetings, Kuro. It is always a pleasure to have you here in Gridania, because we keep forcing you to come here for some reason. And it would seem you've befriended some rather charming little helpers. Little baby man. Why, what a lovely egg. How very kind of you. And there's the most toothsome looking little cake inside. Wait, cake? You stopped by the canopy when we finished your Abrilo accompanied it perfectly. Oh, okay, inside the... Okay, I was about to say, is there cake in the egg? But no, that would be stupid. I should enjoy that indeed. Kuro, on behalf of all Gridania, allow me to thank you and your little colleagues for making this year's hatching tide so memorable. Once your work is concluded, I hope you'll have time to relax and take in the cheer of the season. You and your new friends are welcome to stop by for a cup of tea as well, should the mood strike you. Though I dare say you ought to claim a table sooner rather than later. These suites will draw adventurers by the droves. Fun facts. Is it a funny Easter fact? Is it a funny bunny fact? You can find a certain ex-legatus in one of the bunny suits. Really? Really? Huh. Oh, I already... Where? Ooh. I must find the bunny suits. He's here for his show. Ah, Papa! That's so fucking cute! I mean, his surviving children, I guess. Oops. Just forget about that part where a dude got crushed like a grape. Don't worry about it. We're all happy and smiles now. Welcome back, Kuro. How'd you and your little friends fare? Splendid to hear. At first I feared that my dreams might bring only chaos and confusion to the realm this year. But thanks to you, I do believe we can declare this year's egg hunt a rousing success. Oh, but how could I forget? In recognition of your tireless efforts on our behalf, my fellow dreamers and I have prepared a very special Hatching Tide present, just for you. We just conveniently had this mock-up here. Oh, it's the chicken suit. I see. Fatherly rooster. Did I mention how I procured mammoths from the Goldsmiths Guild for the festivities? This is one of them. Sadly, it was completely lifeless from the moment of arrival. It seems its core had come loose and fallen out on the way here. But would you believe it? I slipped in that crystal the little bunny gave me, and in an instant its tail puffed up and it whirred back to life. And then the bunny primal came by and Easter was ruined. The end. I'm quite confident it will bring its caretaker nothing but good fortune and smiles galore, and I would very much like that person to be you, Kuro. Thank you from the very bottom of my heart. Now that all the hard work is done, I do hope you'll have the chance to relax and enjoy the festivities for yourself. They've only just begun after all, and should you find yourself in the mood to help us hand out some more eggs, simply say the word. We did it. We saved Easter, every sluggy. It only took literally waiting in the same spot for like half an hour straight, but we managed it. Seriously, please stop with the fates. Should you wish to replay the gift-giving task, I would rather cut off my own hands. Sure, I already have one cyborg hand. Let's make it 2. fortune smiles upon you, you may even find yourself encountering individuals who are not present in your initial venture. Which I'm guessing is Daddy. But I'm not doing that again. I would actually rather cut off my hands, not even joking. That fate is terrible. Like, the fate itself isn't so bad, just waiting for it is the worst. If they made the interval, say, 5 minutes tops, and even then that's quite a lot, I'd be more fine with it. Egg Advocate. There's a dancing son of... Wait. Okay, that's the thing that I actually want. You can also find an Azure Rabbit, which means Estinian is also putting in the... Estinian? That's hard to imagine, but he is apparently good with kids, according to 6.1, so, well, take that. Okay, I can get a basket, and I can get a mobile. But no, obviously we're here for the egg a day. Why else would you even bother? Got little Bun Bun. He's also broke. That is true. Estinian is... Wait, how is he broke his is he broke it? Well, nah. Estinian's broke his shit because he doesn't know how to actually spend money properly and spends it all on children. Which, to be fair, is a very noble thing for him to do. He should just figure out how to actually do money besides that, though, but it's Estinian. He does what he wants. Give me the egg, baby. Content. Aw, that's so cute. Now give me the egg. Or eat egg. Nom 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 nom. That is actually more detailed than I was expecting. Like, do you actually eat any of the egg at all? Actually, wait, never mind. I was fucking wrong. The egg was in half the entire time I have been bamboozled. You hate that the egg has the shell still. It kinda does, doesn't it? No, not the Materville Mambo, as good as that is. Gad, what is wrong with you? Who the fuck eats a hard-boiled egg with the shell still on? Yes, that is correct. Also, you literally just typed what I was thinking in my head. Same brain cell. These people are psychotic. Oh well. We have Bund plenty. We have survived Easter somehow. And we're honestly a much better looking bunny here. Sorry, not sorry. Warrior of Light is a fucking sicko though, so yeah, if anyone would, it would be the Warrior of Light. Enough head trauma, you'll eat anything. Yeah, that was a pretty good run. It also went a lot longer than I was expecting. Whew. Ooh boy. Yeah, I definitely need to get to bed soon. But thank you, Every Sluggy, for coming by for this silly little 14 miscellaneous stream, which was mostly just staring at Easter and also an old roll quest thing that I forgot. Thank you as well, Gono, for sticking by this whole time, even though it was mostly just meandering a whole bunch and then getting my shit kicked in PvP, but I had fun with it. And I hope you did too. Now let's see if there's anyone that is actually up to be raiding at the moment. Who do we got? The Endwalker roll quest is also good. I sure hope so. Okay, we have a bunch of people, but they're all the big boys. And I like to try to go smaller than the big boys. Oh. Seaster. Chiro has only just started doing... Wait, Nier Automata? Is this her first time? I wonder. Yeah, let's go raid Chiro. Why not? And I'm glad it was fun. But that's true. And our raid message will be... Sluggy A grade. I don't think I have any actual food emotes though, surprisingly. Oh wait, there's peanut butter. Fuck it, we're just using the peanut butter emote. Why not? Anyways, I hope you have a wonderful evening, and I will perhaps see you Saturday for Guilty Gear or Sunday for Paper Mario. After that, I have a bunch of stuff to try to figure out. We'll see how the next week goes. It's going to be a bit busy. See you around, every sluggy. Have a wonderful night.